guys, it's Zova. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about a really good plugin called Crazy Crates. What makes this crate special? After I've been looking for so much plugins, I found this one the best, and that's my opinion actually. I'm not saying that the others are bad, but I believe that this one is absolutely good and it's for free. So what this offers is multiple animations and unlimited crates, and it's actually really easy to configure. Not that easy though, but it's good to configure, and it has physical and virtual keys, meaning that you have physical keys that you can hold and virtual keys like stored with you, for example. So you may need the placeholder API plugin for this one. It's actually recommended, but I'm not going to get into it this video. But you may install it, and here are the crate types. I'm going to leave them in the description if you guys want to see them, but for this one we're going to be using the CSGO crate. Okay, now I'll be using some colors as well, so if you guys want to see them, just I'll leave the link down in the description below. Instead of this sign, you'll just add and sign instead of this one. Okay, so now once you've downloaded your plugin, you go to the desktop, oops, and you want to copy the crate, the plugin I mean. Open this, go to your server, go to plugins, and as you can see I have it pasted inside, so you can paste it and then start up your server and you'll get this file. I'll get into configuration at the end of this video. Guys, so now once you're in game, I'm going to go through some commands. As you can see, I just have 4 simple chests. It's the basic one, the classic one, and the crazy one, and the galactic one. Each one has special items and special openings as well. So once you open it, if I don't have a key, look, oh, I kind of lagged, but I right click and it knocks me back, and same for the others. Okay, so first we're going to go through the simple commands. So let's get started with /cc help. Pretty simple. It shows you all kind of commands that's available. So let's just say I get my own chest. 1 second. Okay, now once I have my own chest, it's just a normal chest, nothing special about it, but I want to set it as a crate. Let's just say a basic crate like this one. So what I'm going to do is cc set and basic. As you can see, it gives you options as well. Like depends. I'll just make it basic, and yep, that is the chest. You have to make sure you're looking at the chest, so you don't look at like here and then type the command. Nope, it's not gonna work. You have to look at the chest, and as you can see, it's working. Okay, and to preview it, just press left click. Okay. Now, once you've created it, you can TP to the specific crate. So I'll type TP and it gives me a list. This is actually really good because it shows you the list of chests you've created. So I'll just type in 6 and I've teleported. But wait, how do I know the location of that chest? Oh, by the way, you press shift and left click to remove the chest, the specific chest. Okay, so now let's just say that someone is abusing it and using it in his base. Let's just say an admin. Okay, so how do you know the specific location of it? You type in cc list. Okay, shows you all kind of location and what world is it in. This is in the normal one, and this is in this specific world. I called it Dova, and its position as well, really good. So as you can see, this galactic one is at 5, and this is its location. So I'll just type in cctp and 5. As you can see, I've teleported successfully. So okay, now moving on to the next command. If let's just say you have a good looking lobby, let's just say this is the lobby actually. Okay, and you want to set like the thing in front of you as the menu. Okay, so you type in set menu. Okay, now when you right click, it shows you all kind of chests, and if you have a key or if you don't have a key. Okay, now that's really good. Depends on what kind of block if I press right click, it's not gonna get removed, I mean left, but if I press shift and then click, it's removed. Okay, really easy. and really helpful. This is why I prefer this plugin. I've been looking through a lot of plugins and I find this one really good. Okay, so now moving on to the next command is cc admin. It gives you keys if you want it, a physical or a virtual key. If you need a physical, just left click. Okay, now I have a basic key, right click, really good. And what do I get? Oh, get a cheap helmet, I guess. Okay, now moving on to the next command. This is how you give a player a certain key, okay? So you can use it for the vote, maybe. This is the command you want to type in vote. So you choose either, 1 second, okay, cc give physical slash virtual. I'll put it on screen, but I'll just go with the physical one. And what kind of crate will go for a basic crate, and after that you type in the amount. I'll go for one, and the player name. I'll have it all on screen. So yep, here we go. Now I can see. Just perfect. Okay, now so to demonstrate the virtual key, okay, you type in slash basic key, and let's go for the galactic one because it's actually really good. Okay, virtual, and we'll choose galactic instead. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. I have no idea. Okay, right click, so you choose. Okay, let's just press on this, shuffling, and yep, that's what I got. Yeah, and oh, I guess cheap. Okay, whatever. And we'll get into the configurations at the end of this video. So as you can see, this is a broadcast. Maybe you don't want it. We'll do all of that at the end of the video. And look, if you left click it, I mean right click it knocks you back. This is all editable, and we'll be talking about it at the end of this video. So okay, next command is really simple. It's like the same one. If you have a giveaway and you want to give everyone a certain key, so yeah, you type one. You don't have to type a player name because it says give all, and gives them simply. Okay, now you can take a key as well. So maybe someone scammed someone to get this key, and let's just not, let's say it's a virtual key, not a physical one. If it's a physical one, you can type slash MC and the player name, and you can take it from his inventory. But maybe it's a virtual key, you don't see it. So you type slash CT take and virtual, and basic, and the amount you want to take, and the player name. Okay. Now moving on to the next command, it opens the basic a specific crate for someone. Okay, so this is cc open basic and the player name. Okay, as you can see, this is how it works. It tries to open the crate. Okay, now let's just say you want to preview a crate for someone maybe. So you type in cc preview, and you type in the crate basic and over. It previews it like in front on my screen, and not just me, like anyone actually, but I have no one except me at the moment. And a really helpful command is cc reload. Instead of like restarting your server maybe after every change in the configuration, you just type it in. Really easy. But if you do a lot of changes in multiple plugins, I recommend you restart your server. But if you're just working on one plugin, I just say reload the plugin, and you can type slash key and the player name to know what kind of key he has. And yeah, and if you want to check the key you have, you type in slash key. Really easy, and it says virtual, by the way. Take care, it's not physical. Okay, now that's the end of this stuff in game. Now we'll move to the configuration. Okay, so now we're in the config files. I'll first go through the like global stuff, and then I'll move to the crates and how you create crates actually. So I'll start with the messages. So this is the kind of messages you get, like maybe in help. As you can see, it's all related to the messages you get. If you want to change them, feel free, but I'm just going to stay with the default ones, so I can just leave this one. Okay, and this is the locations. of all type of crates. You can use the CC list, but if you need the location, who knows? This is another way to get the locations, and you can also use the CC list. Okay. Now to the config, this contains some stuff like the inventory size. For example, when you're viewing like a crate, this is the inventory size you get, and this is the knockback. So as I showed you in the video, there is a kind of a knockback. So if you want it false, you can set it to false, and this gives the player virtual key when the inventory is full. Let me keep it on true. You can choose if it's if you make it false, he's not going to take a virtual key when his inventory is full. Maybe you want it disabled, so you make it on false. If you want it on, make it on true. And this allows physical and virtual keys. And this is the preview items that someone can use actually. Just save them on normal, and this places like some glass as you see in the chat in the crates. I mean, if you want it off, you can make it off. I'll just leave it on default. Nothing to say really. So now to the important stuff, the crates. As you saw, these are the four kind of crates. If you want to make your own crate, you just copy this file, for example, and paste it. It has the same name but dot copy or dash copy. I mean, I'll name it Dova. Simple, okay? Now you can open it, and it's actually a copy of it, so not that complicated. Now I'm going to be talking about it and the stuff inside it. So I'll leave this crate type on CSGO. I'll name it Dova's crate. Okay, so this is the name of the crate itself whenever someone previews it, and when someone is actually inside it, I'll show you a screenshot right now of what I mean. Instead of what that you see in the screenshot, it will just change to Dova. So this allows it to be in the graphical user interface. So when he types cc preview, he can see it. Preview. Okay, he can see it actually. So I'll leave it in true, and this is the slot. If you want to change it, I'll just put a screenshot on the screen showing it how you can change it. And whenever you open a chest, it kind of makes a broadcast, which may be annoying. It you'll if default you'll have it on true. I'll just make it to false. It's all up to you really. And this is the prefix. If you do enable it, it says the player name. As you can see, the player is displayed between two percentages, and it's opening a basic chest. Okay, and this is the item itself, glowing. I'll make it on false, and the name of the item is Dova's chest. Okay. Now, every chest has its own lore. I'll show you on screen what it looks like. So, this is the lore for my chest. I'm not going to change it, I'll leave it on default. And this is like the glass that's found on the upper side and the lower side of the chest. You can change its color, and you can even turn it off, depends on what you need. And this is the physical names, the physical key name. I'll make it to Dovas. Okay, and this is the lore of the key itself. I'll leave it on glowing because it looks better, I guess. So whenever someone is previewing your chest, actually, you can see the display name, like the name of the item, basic grass, and the item itself. Like you can give him like it's kind of hard to explain, but this is the icon maybe he sees. So he sees a grass block. Okay, so this is the display amount, what he can see outside, and this is the lure. Win some grass for your field, chance 40%. This is not related to the chance, it's just a lure, as you can see. The enchantments, so I'll just leave it because this is by default. I just copied the file, and the max range and the chance. So this is the chance. You want to leave it on 40? Sure, I'll make it on 30. And the firework, I'll just keep it on false because it's not a special item after all. It's just some grass, okay? But what if someone wins a rare item you have and you want it to make some fireworks? You can just change it, okay? So this is unbreakable and hide item flag. I'll just move on to the next thing, and the important thing, the item itself. So what is this item and the amount and its name? Okay, so this is a glass block. He's gonna win a glass block. The amount is 32, and the name of the item itself, and it's going to have a color in it. So if you don't want the item to have a color, just make it basic grass, and it changes. And this is the broadcast whenever a player wins some grass, and this is the message that is sent privately to him whenever he wins, not privately, like just to the player. Okay, it goes through more stuff. I'll show you all kind of stuff you can add, like on this screenshot. You can feel free to add it. But now let's create actually our own item. Okay, now how do we do it? Let's just take a copy of any item. I'll take this one for example, number 2. As you can see, it's 3, 2 and 1, so this item will be 4. Change it to 4. The display name, what he's going to view. The diamond, let's make it a diamond. A diamond has like a blue color, maybe a light blue color. So and B will just fit it perfectly, and the display item will be a diamond. I'll just keep it in capital. For some reason it's capital, and this is when a diamond. Let's make it 1 diamond actually, or 5 diamonds. Yeah, whatever. And the chance 5%. Okay, and let's change this chance, and this is the item itself. So we're going to type in diamond and 5, and its name diamond. This is the item name itself, and the protection environmental, I'm just going to remove that. uh, Whatever, I'll just keep it because I don't want to mess up. And this is unbreakable, it's all up to you. Okay, so this is the type of the grass block. The type of the block, I'll just make it a diamond. And this is the commands, if there's any command actually. So yeah, let's just save it and move to in-game. Actually, before we get in game, this is like a crate I've made, and I just want to give it to you guys. It did take a lot of time from me. I forgot to talk about it earlier, but I made it and it took a lot of time, but I find it really good for a server. Like if you guys are building your own server, I'll leave it in the description if you guys want to check it, and it has some kits as well. So yeah, as you have to add the kit though, because it's not gonna work if you don't have the kit. So I'm going to use this instead of the one I've just made. As you can see, it has claim blocks, so you need the grief protection plugin downloaded. And as you can see, this is how I use the command actually. So adjust bonus claim blocks. This basically gives him bonus claim blocks and the player. So I type it between 2% and the claim blocks. So now let's just say I need the player to win some money. So the display names, the item name is vote, okay, and the display name for this one, I mean for 1000, my bad, and the display item is paper, and this gives him 4000, and the chance is 40%. Oh, I actually did 40 and it's 20, my bad. Okay, so you make it 40, okay? So now it's 40, and this is the command. Eco, which stands for economy, give player 4000. And if you want to give an item, like give player and the specific item. If you go, it may contain some errors because it's kind of late in the night, but if you do meet any error, please tell me down in the description. So yeah, I'll use this one instead of the one I've made before, and now let me save it and move to in-game. Okay, so now you're in game. I'm going to grab a normal chest and type SSS set vote. So, whoop. and here it is. It gives you a golden apple and some claim blocks, money, and some keys I had. So yeah, if you guys don't find it fit you best, you just can leave it behind. And yeah, this is how you do it actually. And what if you want to get a key? You type in // give physical vote one nova mirror. Okay, now copy this and right click. And what do I get? I got 5 emeralds. As you can see, it's working. I want to remove it. Shift click and boom, it's removed. So okay guys, this is it for the tutorial. I actually might not use the vote one because after I made it, I just took a look back and I was like, oh, not everyone has this plugin, but I'm just going to remove it if anyone needs it. So yeah, and if you need any help, just tell me down in the comments. And I have a Discord if you want to join me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I covered every point, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.